Hello, I am Jason Gillard with EDL 853, Module 1. So a little bit about me. I am a husband and father. There's our daughter in the middle, Layton. She's 9 months old and she's been an absolute blessing to have. My wife is just next to me in your picture on the right. I graduated from Bethany College where I played football for 2 years and I also threw javelin for just a semester. Really, that was just to be able to spend more time with my eventual wife. She was a uh, phenomenal javelin thrower at Bethany College. I've also attended 5 different colleges, so it's been quite the journey just to get my uh, teaching degree. For my professional career, this fall I'll be going into my 4th year. I am an ELA teacher specifically for 7th grade. I also have my ESOL endorsement where I took classes through Newman University. I started at Great Bend Middle School where I coached football and basketball. I am now at Smoky Valley Middle School, where this past year I was the head girls basketball coach, and this fall I will be the head football coach for the middle school. And what's been neat about making that transition to Smoky Valley, it's in the same town that where my college that I graduated from, Bethany. They are in the same town, so it's really has that special feel for the community because being a part of it when you're in college and then now as a professional, there's a lot of nostalgia, and the community overall is just a phenomenal place to be involved with. So it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience so far. And my goal is to have my master's in administration and become a principal in the near future. So when we talk about maintaining or creating inclusive culture, it begins with academic support. We want to make sure that we are supporting students to be successful and creating the opportunity for them to be successful. We also want to make sure that we update and or have relatable curriculum. If the curriculum looks like it was from the 1980s, most students can't relate to that at this point. So you want to make sure that you can update it to the best of your ability, because we understand that funds do play a role in that ability, but we want to do our best in updating curriculum. Also, creating a respectful school community. Each student that walks through that door, we want to make sure that they feel valued. And we can also do that through creating space for discussion. And it may not even be students that we only do that for. We also want to do that for faculty. And so when students and faculty are able to voice their opinion, you can gain a lot from that, and you can really push the growth for your school in everything that you can achieve. So a school leader can support by becoming an advocate for the students and faculty. So you want to make sure that you take the time to get to know each student and understand their needs. Each student is different. They come from different backgrounds, they come from different situations, and understanding that can help you in the long run of understanding not only why they do this certain thing or how do they learn here, but being able to meet those needs and be able to push them further. Also include different cultures and value them. When I was at Great Bend, we had a lot of Hispanic students that very much valued their culture, and they wanted that to be involved within the classroom. And so anytime that we were able to excuse me, include their culture, it just brought them alive, and it really made the curriculum rich, and students were able to invest a lot of their time, and it created a wonderful learning community. As a leader, help teachers develop their classroom climate. You don't want to take control of their classroom and what they do to create that, but there are so many things that as a principal you can do to help create a positive classroom climate and environment. Also, increase student participation and support. A lot of times, especially in smaller schools, really the main ways to get students to participate for the school is either sports or music. And so we want to make sure that we're providing far more opportunities for students to engage and participate with other students. And that I know one way we do that at Smoky Valley is we have what we call AP, or we give students opportunities to work together in different areas. Myself, I had students cook, or they would find certain recipes, and we would literally go to the school cafeteria or the school kitchen and cook whatever they found on the internet. And so they brought in some of the ingredients, and it was a wonderful opportunity for students to work together. And it didn't take any incredible talent, or it wasn't necessarily something students had to have a huge background in. Also engage within the community and provide a student mentor. A lot of times it's very valuable to have an older student be somewhat of a mentor to a younger student. And then there's steps to change negative assumptions that affect teaching and learning in an inclusive culture. Number one is evaluate your current situation, because some schools may need a huge drastic change, some may not. I would also encourage you to find an outside source that could kind of come in there, write some evaluations, and then give you better feedback, because what an outside source might see is not something you'll ever see. Also, choose a short-term goal and a long-term goal. Develop a plan with a diverse group of professionals, which might involve students. It might not involve the students, but I think the broader you get, the better students, other faculty, other schools, and members of the community. And then educate the staff. A lot of times when staff don't necessarily want to try something new, it's because they just don't understand it. And so as long as you can educate them, for the most part, you'll get a good buy-in. And then begin to implement the plan, and then check progress regularly. Plans and strategies to just basically create an inclusive culture. Understand the demographics of the school. Use resources from other schools. Find school-wide activities that engages all students and staff. Increase ways to recognize students and staff. One way we did that at Great Bend, we would have tickets that we would write. So anytime you notice that a student's doing something good, whether it was respectful, responsible, or safe, we would write them a ticket, and at the end of each quarter, we would have a drawing. And so this was a great way that maybe it's a student that would have no other way of ever receiving any recognition. It didn't really have any limitations, which is why it was so special. But also valuing and prioritizing treating people with respect and dignity. If you do that, you're going to begin to really create a positive, inclusive culture. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Hope you enjoyed.